Hello YouTube. So this is a video that someone requested. Um, Someone requested that I do a mushroom trip report, which I don't have that much experience with mushrooms. I've done mushrooms about maybe 20 times in my life, and whenever I take mushrooms, I haven't taken that much, but whenever I take mushrooms, I go to sleep or lay in bed, and that's just how I feel on mushrooms. It feels really good, but I mean, I do see hallucinations almost every time I take mushrooms. I would see colors within the darkness. Like I would see wherever I would see dark, I would see colors. So if I close my eyes, I would see colors, and the colors are like swirls, or like really, like like that. Like, and then it goes really crazy, like but not that fast. Let's just say I see colors. Oh, the fan is moving. That's crazy. I thought I was scared for a second. Anyways, I would also see like dark, dark swivels on the walls. I would describe it as the walls trying to become alive, and sort of eyes kind of trying to appear, but they don't appear. So I would see like dark swirls all over the wall, or lots of shapes. But it was like, but the way I see it is like it's trying to become it's trying to become alive, which is like just crazy. Like like once in a while I would see eyes on the walls, like individual eyes. Um, but also one time I hallucinated an Illuminati eye. So I hallucinated an Illuminati eye at the center of my vision. So the whole time I would see the eye, it's like this, like it would just follow me around. And it was the Illuminati eye. Like, the eye that you see at the top of the pyramid on the $1 bill. Well, that's like the shape of it, what it was. Mm. And to me, this means that like I'm king of the world. Maybe I subconsciously just imagined that because I wanted to feel special, which I think is the case. Which I think is the case, and I just consider everyone to be king of their passions. Um, that I consider everyone to be kings of their passions and queens. Um, and if you want to feel like you're top shit and like you control everything, then just consider thinking, I am my third eye sees everything already. That's why I am in the position I am in now, because I have realized that this is where I want to be no matter what, and it's not even your choice. So I mean, I don't think that may go well with you, but I consider myself to be like the one, because I like everything I do. um I I consider myself the best at things in terms of decision making, and I think the world follows my rhythm, and I think that I influence the world in everything I do. And just the subtleties of how people live is what I have influenced. Anyways, so yeah, I saw the Illuminati eye, and that lasted for about 30 minutes. But that's about it for what I had to say about mushrooms. I would like to take more in the future. I'm going to take 3.5 grams maybe next time. And I'll record myself, I think. But I'll definitely tell you about what I experienced while on mushrooms. The last time I took 1 gram of mushrooms, then about 2 weeks before that, I took 1 gram again. And mushrooms used to taste nasty for me, but now they taste like nothing. I guess it was because my friend one time made um, his own mushrooms, but I mean they've always tasted nasty to me. But lately they taste the good ones, the good mushrooms taste like nothing. They taste a little bit like mushrooms, but they don't really taste like much. So they're easy to go down. So yeah. Up next is my LSD trip report. Now I think that y'all will find this interesting because it has like it's it's a story pretty much. So I took 250 micrograms of mushrooms. I took 250 micrograms of LSD, and so first I took 125. I took 1 tab. Then about 4 hours later, I took another tab of 125 micrograms. So so soon after my second tab, I I was like starting to feel the acid soon after, like really soon after, like less than an hour later, I felt it. So I felt like the LSD high. So it's kind of hard to explain unless you experience it yourself, but to me it's sort of like a metallic high. Yeah, like no, to me it's like metallic or like metal vibrating or or just simply put your serotonin being like lit up. No, like your serotonin being on all the time at a high level. I think that's how LSD high is like. It feels kind of good, but for me, I mean, depends on the time of day, when you take it, how you take it, whatever. But the LSD high, I felt like it feels like, hmm. So like, if it's too when you take too much LSD, the LSD high is like not too good, I think. Anyways, so I kind of freaked out at how the LSD made me feel. Yeah, and I remember telling myself, "Damn, I shouldn't have taken LSD." So then I looked. So at one point, when I freaked out, like I'm pretty sure I saw eyes appear everywhere. Like on every single object, I saw eyes appear. Um, and to me that was like satisfying to see. Then when I freaked out and the LSD high was too much, I was like this, like I just like I was like kneeling my head down on my desk chair. So you know how it has handles on the sides? Well, I was just like that. Um, and I looked down at a black plastic bag, and I could see swirls on it as if it were made of oil, of like gasoline. You know, like the oil you see on gasoline? Well, that's what I saw on the plastic bag. Hmm. And then I decided to go to the restroom. And then I saw my eyes white, like pure white, my eyes. And to me, that was like, what the fuck? Maybe I cried. Anyways, here's something particular that happened also. Right, right when I saw my eyes turn white, or like, well, it was instantly the eyes that the eyes were white. They didn't turn white. I just saw them right away as being white. Pretty sure. So right after that happened, and I was in the restroom, I was able to hear the pipes in the restroom, but it was like amplified, and like the pipes were pretty loud in my head. And to me, that this is like a particular moment because I'm just like, I kind of became dramatic, and I was like, oh shit, the pipes, and then I was like feeling the LSD, right? So then I walked out of the restroom, and then I started to see like memes everywhere or images of things everywhere. And the first they were going slow, then they got faster, and at first I could comprehend some of them, but then the faster that they got out, and the more that appeared actually, the more that appeared, I then like suddenly saw my entire space was darkness because I think it was I think that's because my focus was on the images, but then things did become dark once I saw like all those images they all came together into like one big light, and then at the center of the light I saw my mom, like the face of my mom. So I had some pain. So and happening around the face of my mom was like the memes. They were like, so it was like the big giant bright light. At the center was my mom. Then like it was like the memes were just still going on. Mm, then, so I was like really high on LSD at this point, and that's all I could focus on. It was like a vision. Anyways, when I saw my mom at the center of the light, it then changed to my ex-girlfriend's face, and that was the vision. Like right after that, I think I went to bed, or I laid down on the bed right after it. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? Um, at the moment, to me, this meant that like my ex girlfriend is the one. And during this time, she didn't have me blocked, but now she has me blocked. And we talked a while after that I had that vision, but we don't. She's got me blocked now. So, anyways, to me, what this vision meant was like that. You know how in the Bible, the mother of Jesus was Mary, was named Mary, and one of Jesus' disciples was named Mary. And people like to say, maybe that was his girlfriend, maybe that was his lover, which I think she was. I think she was just there, and they may have had romantic moments, but I mean, he died after soon. He died soon after everything happened. So I don't think they were really lovers, unless they were. So, anyways, so I, so once I had the vision, I lay down on my bed, and I went to sleep, right? And also, like, I woke up at about 4 a.m. and then I looked at my phone, and I saw that it was 4 a.m. Then I lay down, and then I was staring at the window for a while, for like a minute. Then I saw like time move forward into pretty much like 6 or 7 o'clock. But I could see out my window that like things were moving fast. Like, I'm pretty sure that happened. Hmm. So, um, so this morning on that day, I had to go to Tijuana, Mexico, with my mom, and so I got ready. I went to the bus station. Then once I got on the bus, uh, and I looked out, all the trees and all the bushes and all the greenery, they all looked like geometric and perfect. They all looked they all looked different, and but they looked most of all beautiful, but different. Like there was a bit of fuzziness around them, but they definitely looked different. But I mean, you can look at a tree now, or bushes now, and if you look deep into them, I think you would see what I saw. Probably depending on the tree, but I mean, I have seen trees that do look the way that I saw them back then on my trip. But I mean, they during my trip, I I could tell that they were different, and they were all beautiful, like all of them, on the way to Tijuana. Well, the bus that I went on, it went to San Diego. I mean San Isidro, and then we had to go take the taxi to my aunt's place in Tijuana. Anyways, then like getting off the bus, I stopped seeing visuals of the trees. Uh, but wait a second. Wait a second. Wait. Oh yeah. So like LSD, when you take it, maybe your first times, I'm not sure. But I mean, when I've taken it before, it makes me feel like my entire system has reset. Like my eyes, the way I look at things is just different. Like I feel like I've got to learn how to move my eyes around, how to move my head around, and LSD just makes you feel like brand new. I think, and like it makes it difficult to like sober up. It takes a long time to sober up, like maybe a couple of days. Um, but I mean, I don't think it's sobering up, but more like what the LSD did to you. Um, I heard one guy said that it fucked him over in the head real bad, which I think he's just saying that, but I'm not sure if you can actually describe anything that fucked him over. But I mean, it does feel like that way that it fucks you over. But no, yeah, LSD makes that happen. I think. Anyways, so we got on a taxi, not on just any taxi. This was like my mom's friend or something, and he had like a taxi business. I'm not sure if it was that guy, but I mean, I don't think I ever saw this guy ever again. But anyways, one other thing that happened while at the end of my LSD trip was that all of a sudden in the middle of the ride, I I saw. Oh, yeah, I looked at this bill. First of all, like everything was starting to become like really weird again in terms of my vision, in terms of just seeing visuals again, all different kinds of visuals, like the walls, the the sky going crazy and whatnot. Okay, but the thing that happened was that I saw this billboard and the words were all changing. And then at the once my trip stopped was when I saw the billboard and I saw that the words were all changing, and then I saw like the word antichrist. If you didn't hear me right, I saw the word antichrist, and I was just like, whoa. Then when I got to my aunt's house, I so my trip ended, and when I got to my aunt's house, I actually did feel the LSD again. But I just felt it. I didn't see anything. Then I freaked out in front of my family, in front of my cousins and whatnot. We were like gathered together because we just came. Um, and I freaked out in front of them. Like I was like, "Yo siento la droga," or I said, "I feel the drug," and they all looked at me like, "Oh my god, you bastard!" They just looked at me like I was wrong, like I was wrong in everything I did. Anyways, my phone has reached its limit on gigabytes, so that's the end of this video.